Good morning, students. In yesterday video, we studied about Henry law. What is Henry law? We can recall that Henry law. Partial pressure over the solution directly proportional to mole fraction of the gas. Means solubility of a gas in liquid easily described by Henry law. Partial pressure over the solution directly proportional to mole fraction of the gas. Students, you know, solubility of a gas depends on temperature and pressure. If you apply more pressure, then more solubility. If you apply less pressure, then solubility of a gas is less. It means it is directly proportional. But what effect of the temperature? In our earlier class, we already studied effect of temperature also. That effect of temperature occurs according to, in 11th class you already studied Leach-Ateliers principle. If a solubility of a gas in liquid, if the process is exothermic, if the process is exothermic, then what happens? Solubility of a gas is decreased when increased temperature because energy release out. So the reaction shift towards opposite direction. If the process is endothermic, then solubility increase of a gas. So students in CBSE exam sometimes question ask why the aquatic animals like fishes and others, they cannot survive in warm climate temperature. The reason behind this, because on that they can they respire dissolved oxygen, and when temperature increase, solubility of oxygen is decreased, so they cannot survive easily. Students, in earlier video we studied solubility of a gas in liquid, but today we will discuss liquid solution and a solid in liquid. So in detail we study liquid and solid in liquid. This detailed discussion by a French scientist, that is Francois Martin-Raoult, in 1886. He described the detailed discussion of the different liquids. If the liquid is both are volatile, means both are vaporized, that known as volatile liquid. So how can we explain? We can explain by this activity. We have two liquids. One liquid is this one. I take water in this beaker. So this one liquid. Another liquid I can put a volatile liquid, that is ethanol. You know, in these days it acts as a sanitizer. Ethanol is germicides. It destroys the microbes, means virus. So I put some ethanol in this. That also colorless solution, colorless liquids. So when I put in this, so this one is a solute. Means two component I fill. One is water, other one ethanol, and both are volatile. If this in this, so this one is a homogeneous mixture. So we know homogeneous mixture is a solution. So if I put a watch glass, means if I placed in a closed container, then what happen in closed container? In our earlier class we know that is some molecules, they leave the surface and go into this space, vacant space, that is vapor state. In this vapor state, both molecules are evaporate, water also and alcohol also. And this place at this vapor area, and they create partial pressure. Because when the molecules are evaporate and they are condensed, because the system is closed now, so water molecule is not evaporate, so the pressure apply on the surface. So students, we study in detail, that is Raoult's law. So this experiment I can show into this. One is water and ethanol. In this solution I put water, and another one is ethanol. You know ethanol, C2H5OH. One is solute, other one solvent. Ethanol is lesser amount, so this one solute, and water is solvent. Sometimes they represent by 1 or 2. They can represent by 1 or 2. or they can represent by A or B, because this one is a binary solution. In binary solution only two component, so I put that component, so they are evaporate, they are partial pressure. So partial pressure of the component known as P1, or we can write P2. If the molecules they are evaporate, they are partial pressure P1 and P2. What is their partial pressure? According to Henry law, partial pressure over the solution directly proportional to mole fraction of a gas in Henry law. But in Raoult's law what happened? Because these both liquid are volatile. Volatile means they are vaporized. The particles are released out and they occur in atmosphere, like the particles, the molecule remaining on this area, and they create a partial pressure. So what is Raoult's law? Partial pressure. According to Raoult's law we can explain partial pressure. Partial pressure over the solution. This is solution. Partial pressure over the solution directly proportional to their respective mole fraction. Students, we already know what is mole fraction. It means partial pressure displaced over the solution directly proportional to mole fraction of a gas. It means we can write in mathematically P1 a component first, P2 another component second, their partial pressure directly proportional, that is symbol, respective mole fraction of the component first, mole fraction of the component second. So this one is Raoult's law, similar to Henry law, like because both their partial vapor pressure directly proportional to respective mole fraction. If the component is more the mole fraction, more the partial pressure. So we can explain further one. This, when we write P1 is equal to, when we remove the symbol, then we write another component P01, mole fraction of the first component. It means pure vapor pressure of the first component when only a single substance then. And another one P2 is equal to pure vapor pressure of the second component. So these are Raoult's law. The component 1 is generally known as solvent, means that is major component, and other component solute is represented by 2. That are not fixed. You can represent any component, but generally the component 1 is means solvent and 2 is solute normally. Yeah, we can cite A and B. A means solvent and B is solute. So students, another law in 11th class we already studied what is total pressure. We want to find out total pressure because there are both P1 and P2, both are present. Means both partial pressure present due to this one. Mole fraction of the first component, 2 component. If the more component, more partial, less than less partial vapor pressure. But what we find out total vapor pressure above on this container in closed system, what is the total pressure? The total pressure we can identify by Dalton's law of partial pressure. You already studied in 11th class, that is P total. Yeah, you can say total pressure is equal to total sum, because there are only 2 components. Total partial pressure of the component P1 plus P2 we can write in this way. This is Dalton's law of partial pressure. If we put the value in this equation, then this happen P total is equal to P01 first component plus second component, means total pressure. But you know, students, what is total mole fraction? We already know the mole fraction of the first component plus mole fraction of the second component is equal to 1. We know this fact. But we want to explain there are 2 different mole fraction. We want to represent only a single component, either in solute or solvent. Generally we explain by solute. Why? solute is lesser amount and our more focus on the solute. So we can write this way. We can write mole fraction of the solvent is equal to 1 minus mole fraction of the solute. So when we remove out, that is minus. So put that value in this equation. P01 mole fraction of the first component we write here value means 1 minus mole fraction of the second component plus P naught this value. If you solve further, then what you can observe? We multiply this one. So P naught minus P naught and mole fraction of the second component divided by this you can write. Or we can explain another way. P naught 0. If you take this term first and that is lower one, then you write plus this. If you write first one, then mole fraction of the second component minus P naught 1 is equal to this one. So this is known as P total. So students, another we can explain the characteristics of Raoult's law by this equation. If you multiply and this term if you take first and then this, then we take common. So we get this. By this equation, what do you conclude? We can explain total pressure only by single component mole fraction. If you know solute mole fraction, then we can find out total mole fraction. When we plot this curve in this as vapor pressure and mole fraction, then we get such type situation. When mole fraction of the first component is 1 and second component 0 at this point, and when it moves, then its mole fraction reach to 0, because we know total mole fraction of all the component is 1. In this, at this point, mole fraction 1 of first component, second component 0. The other one, first component 0, second one, second mole fraction is 1. And when we plot the curve like this one, first component is mole fraction directly proportional to first mole fraction. So this way if you plot a curve, that is a straight line, because when the mole fraction is 1, that is maximum pressure, this point. This is pure vapor pressure of the component. First component, if second component is 0, that pressure, that partial pressure is pure vapor pressure, that is maximum. Because a single component, that pressure is pure vapor pressure. If you write another P2 is equal to total vapor, pure vapor pressure of the second component, mole fraction of the second, this way. So in this, when the component is 1, that is maximum. This one is pure vapor pressure of the second component. So students, when you observe one is lower, other one higher, what are the reason? They indicates one component, then other one is more volatile. The second component are more volatile, and they are not as per the rule, they are only diagrammatically, schematically showing the graph. And again, total, if you combine both first and second, then we get total vapor pressure, P1 plus P2. Then we add, that is Dalton's law. So this one we can easily explain Raoult's law. And those solutions means this one is a solution and there is vapor pressure. Those solutions follow Raoult's law at all temperature and pressure, known as ideal solution. We will study after that what do you mean by ideal and non-ideal solution. Those solutions follow Raoult's law at all temperature and pressure, known as ideal solution. That we will study after that. Students, by this numerical we can explain the total pressure by any one component, and by putting this that one, this why this is lower, this is upper, because this component is less volatile, other one more volatile. That more volatile that have lower boiling points, means weaker force. If they have weaker force, that is more easily vaporized. Yeah, that is more volatile. Another, we want to find out in this vapor phase composition. This pressure, there is a mole fraction inside the solution, but we want to, what is the mole fraction on upper way in this vapor state? So that mole fraction we can identify by another formula. We can write here mole fraction at vapor state. In vapor state, mole fraction is directly proportional to their respective another mole fraction, that is Y1. And partial pressure of another component is directly proportional to Y2. What is Y and Y2? They are mole fraction at vapor state, means upside the solution. If you remove the sign of proportionality, then we get this P1 is equal to P total Y1, this equation. What is Y1? Y1 is mole fraction of component in vapor state. And what is Y2? Mole fraction of the second component in vapor state. Then P naught is equal to P total Y2. So students, by these formula you can solve the numerical. P1, P2 in vapor state, because there is another composition in solution is different one, and gaseous state and vapor state have different composition. That mole fraction we can represent Y1 and Y2, and in solutions we represent by X1 and X2. Sometimes they are written A and B also. A generally solvent and B is solute, and we can write this mole fraction. And there are many numericals given, students. You can see a numerical given, solved numerical. You see that carefully. Page number that is 43. At page number 43, a numerical given. Depend on the Raoult's law. You carefully solve the numerical. And another numerical given in your NCERT book at page number 40, that are Henry law. So students, read carefully and solve these numerical. You will solve to your notebook also. You have to solve in your notebook. There are some in-text question also given. You try to solve that question by taking help of NCERT book or other reference material. If you have any problem, then you can ask me in a given comment box or by personal number. And after that, we will explain another in detail the Raoult's law. Students, we compare the Henry and Raoult's law. Then we say Raoult's law as a special case of Henry law. So at first we write Henry law. What is Henry law? Partial pressure over the solution directly proportional to mole fraction of a gas. Yeah, you can say, right? Partial pressure over the solution directly proportional to mole fraction of the gas. When we remove the sign, then this is equal to Kh, Henry constant. So this one is a Henry law. And what is Raoult's law? According to Raoult's law, partial pressure over the solution directly proportional to mole fraction of the respective mole fraction. Partial pressure over the solution directly proportional to mole fraction of the component. So you can say partial pressure of the component directly proportional to respective mole fraction. This one is Raoult's law, this one is Henry law. But the component should be volatile. The component should be volatile. Then if we compare, when we remove this one, then pure vapor pressure of component and mole fraction of the component. So students, when we carefully observe, when compare, then what happen? This one partial pressure, this also partial pressure. This mole fraction of a gas, that mole fraction of the component that is volatile, means both are gas. So you can say P01 means pure vapor pressure, if is equal to Henry law constant, then Raoult's law is a special case of Henry law. If both are partial pressure and mole fraction are similar, that time pure vapor pressure of the component is equal to Henry constant. That time Raoult's law is a special case of Henry law. Sometimes question comes, yeah, you can say which one is greater, yeah, larger, broader. So Henry law is larger because that applicable for all the gas. And Raoult's law applicable in different condition. If the solute and solvent both are volatile, means they convert into vapor state or in gaseous state. We can compare easily. Another term, if the solution non-volatile solute dissolve, what happen? Non-volatile like this. If solid and liquid, if you dissolve any solid, that is non-volatile. For example, in this water, I take some water, suppose this one, and I put in this water sucrose, means sugar, you can say chini, or glucose, or urea. I put in this water some sucrose. Suppose I put 1 mole sucrose. What are the mass of the 1 mole sucrose? What is the molar mass of 1 mole sucrose? 1 mole sucrose molar mass known as 342 gram. Sucrose students formula you know, C12H22O11. When we find out, so this one is a solution. In this solution what we observe? Because the sucrose is non-volatile, means it is not evaporate. And if you close the container, if we close this system, then what happen? Their vapor pressure only solvent particle, means only water. Water is evaporate and the sucrose soluble in water, and that is not evaporate. How can we explain? This we can explain in such a way, if this is only pure water, that particles are only water molecule, solvent, and there is vapor pressure. This pressure they are evaporate, and these particles are only pure vapor pressure. We can say this is pure solvent. But if you put 1 mole water in 1 mole solvent both, then what happen? Some molecule of non-volatile solute that represent by this particles, they are different color. So this brown color particles showing are non-volatile solute, that is glucose, sucrose, urea. If we put, then what happen? The number of particles reduce because the vapor pressure depend only solvent particle. So students, this is another phenomena. So why does vapor pressure reduce? Because number of solvent particle reduce at surface level, some solute particle, and they are not vaporized. So that property known as depend on number of particles, that is colligative property. We study after in this lesson. So this, if you take 1 mole sucrose, 1 mole urea and 1 mole glucose, if dissolve 1 kilogram water, if you have 1 kilogram water, means solvent is 1 kilogram, yeah, you can say 1000 gram, and if I put 1 mole urea, 1 mole glucose and 1 mole sucrose, if I put 1 mole sucrose, glucose, urea, students know urea formula is NH2CO NH2. Yeah, you can say it is a organic compound. We will study after in organic chemistry. Glucose also covalent bond C6H12O6. You know this glucose. What is sucrose? Means sugar, that is cane sugar. C12H22O11. These are molecular formula. If I put 1 mole in this, what happen? The properties, the property depend on number, means all have equal property. All they have same vapor pressure. If I placed 1 kilogram solvent, suppose this is 1 kilogram solvent, and I put in this 1 kilogram solvent, 1 mole sugar, 1 mole glucose in separate container, and 1 mole urea. All the number of particles reduced are equal. So what are the reason behind this? The reason behind this, because they are non-volatile and it's depend on number. 1 mole all have Avogadro number, equal molecules, so they are depend on this number. So we discuss after in that in detail. But if I put 1 mole salt, means sodium chloride, 1 mole if I put potassium chloride, both are also same value. The vapor pressure, both the component also same. But if I put 1 mole sodium sulfate and 1 mole if I put sodium chloride, that time property is different. That time property is that vapor pressure is not equal. What are the reason behind this? Because they dissociate, number of particle increase, but they are equal number of particle, so their property are equal. In this, number of particle are unequal, so that is unequal property. That known as relative lowering in vapor pressure. Yeah, lowering in vapor pressure. You can say reduce in vapor pressure. Why? This vapor pressure is pure vapor pressure. If we put solvent, then vapor pressure decrease. That is known as lowering in vapor pressure of solvent. That lowering in vapor pressure of a solvent, how can we explain? By in mathematical solvent, vapor pressure of the solvent, we can write PS, is directly proportional to mole fraction of solvent. Why? 1 represented by solvent, 2 is solute. Yeah, you can say A and B. A is solvent, other is solute. So this vapor pressure known as vapor pressure of solution, this is definite lower than pure vapor pressure. If we remove this symbol, vapor pressure of solution is equal to pure vapor pressure of solvent. We can write in this way, and we can represent this formula in another way. If you write in, we rearrange PS divided by P naught is equal to mole fraction of 1. We can represent in this way also. If you take in this way, what happen? We change, we want to explain, we want to convert in mole fraction of solute. We want to convert this vapor pressure into solute. Then what happen? If we subtract from the 1, then 1 minus PS means vapor pressure of solution divided by pure vapor pressure of solvent is equal to 1 minus mole fraction of the solvent. Why we write in this way? Both sides we subtract from the 1. If you write both side 1, then no problem. Then left hand side we take the LCM, that is pure vapor pressure of the component is equal to pure vapor pressure of component minus vapor pressure of solution is equal to, and you know students, total vapor pressure of both the components, total mole fraction of the component first and the component second is equal to 1. We already studied, and we want to convert this into mole fraction. We want to solute. So what happen? Mole fraction is equal to 1 minus mole fraction of solvent. So we want to put this value in this equation, in this place. So what we write? Mole fraction of solute. Yeah, you can say this one is Raoult's law is another form. This is also a Raoult's law. So what is this term? P naught minus PS. P naught is pure vapor pressure of solvent, and PS means this one is vapor pressure of solution. This pure vapor pressure of solvent. This one is lowering. How can lowering? Because we put 1 mole sucrose, then vapor pressure, number of particles are reduced. So vapor pressure decrease. But if you divide, P naught minus PS is lowering in vapor pressure. But if you divide, that is ratio, this term P naught minus PS divided by P naught, this known as relative lowering in vapor pressure. Relative means a ratio. And this one is mole fraction of solute. So in another way, how can we explain Raoult's law? That is mathematical relative lowering in vapor pressure. Students, how can you remember this? This one is relative lowering in vapor pressure equal to mole fraction of solute. This is mathematical term, and this one is a colligative property. We will study detail after when in colligative property. We can write in another way, that is pure vapor pressure of solvent and this one solution. This is this term known as relative lowering in vapor pressure is equal to mole fraction of solute. So how can we find out mole fraction of solute? Students, total mole, that are individual mole divided by total mole, N1 plus N2. By this equation we solve the difference numerical. And mole fraction, how can you identify? This you already studied, mole fraction of a component P naught minus PS divided by P naught. This is relative lowering in vapor pressure is equal to this one, that is W2 by M2 divided by W1 divided by M1 plus W2 divided by M2. So these are mathematical terms, and we will solve after different numerical problem. So this one is relative lowering in vapor pressure. We want to convert into solute. Why? Solute is easily measurable. So students, in our NCERT book there are many numericals comes in this on this numericals. On this formula you will study in detail. So today what we will study in brief, if you explain, then what is Raoult's law and Henry law, and what is liquid solution and solid in liquid. So we summarize. If the solution is volatile, then what happen? Partial vapor pressure. If the solution is volatile, then partial vapor pressure of solution directly proportional to their respective mole fraction. This one is a one Raoult's law. Another, if there is a condition, if solute is non-volatile, means not vaporized, like sucrose, glucose, urea, sodium chloride, potassium chlorides, like, if non-volatile, then number of particles in surface are decrease, pressure decrease. So that phenomena known as lowering in vapor pressure. If you compare, then that is relative lowering in vapor pressure. Relative lowering in vapor pressure is equal to mole fraction of solute. Mathematical, we can explain this way. So this is another Raoult's law. If condition is given, non-volatile solute, then relative lowering in vapor pressure equal to mole fraction of solute. By these formula, we can explain difference numerical. So you write in your notebook and solve the difference numerical given in NCERT or reference book. If you have any query, then write in comment box. Students, like and subscribe the channel and share the needy students. Tomorrow we will study what are ideal and non-ideal solutions and what are the deviation from Raoult's law. Thank you. Have a nice day.